Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from Rant Fangirl channel. Welcome back to my channel. Like I told you guys, we're taking this channel to a new direction. As for now, this channel is going to be all about cartoon content because for the most part, some of the shows I'm watching right now are mainly cartoons. I have a lot of cartoons that I want to rewatch and get my opinions on. So as for right now, the main shows that I'm watching at this moment is Teen Titans, the original cartoon. Instead of making like a review of season 1 and all that other stuff, I'm just going to talk about the whole show in one big ass video once I'm done. Same thing with Ben 10, same thing with The Legend of Korra, same thing with Invincible. I'm almost done with season 3 of Invincible. Once I'm done with that, I will be on here to give my thoughts of all 3 seasons when it comes to characters and such, relationships, all the whole shebang. So the new direction of this channel is going to be mainly cartoons because that's what I'm watching right now. Like I said, if there is something with the graphic content that I want to address, I will. But as for right now, that is just not where my channel is at the moment. Right now, it's all about cartoon content. And y'all, I still have my list that I want to make for cartoons. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make 2 lists of my favorite cartoons. I'll do 2 top 10s or whatever, you feel me? I'm going to do my original list and then I'll do another list of shows I really like. And my second list is going to be the cartoons I feel with once I'm done with watching some of these cartoons to see if they still feel like childhood or if they just not as great. So yeah, I'll get right on that when it comes to my favorite cartoons. And I'll be on here to give you guys my list. As for right now, we're going to be talking about Big Mouth. Big Mouth just dropped their last season. We're going to talk about it. This is going to be a Big Mouth season 8 season review / rant. I am not happy with this season at all. Not happy at all. And I'm someone who just not got into Big Mouth. I can't say I'm a fan from the beginning of the show for 2017. I can't. I'm a fan just now in the year of 2025. I just got into Big Mouth, literally. And I love the show. Top down, I love it. I love the whole concept, showing puberty and adolescence and showing what kids go through in middle school and those awkward, cringy years and everything when it comes to porn, sex, all the stuff. When it comes to all that stuff. But I feel like season 8 to me felt like it felt like a regular ass season. It didn't feel special in any shape or way or form. I feel like they should have did more than 10 episodes. A lot of my favorite characters were pushed in the background. They gave too much screen time to characters I did not care for. So we're about to address all of that. So Big Mouth season 8, like I said, I just got into Big Mouth. I can't really say I'm someone who's been with this show since the first season, 2017. 2017, I was in middle school. I wasn't even watching Netflix. I never heard of anything of Big Mouth. The only show I was watching on Netflix at the time was The Graphic Next Class. That was it. I just got into Big Mouth because I saw that a lot of people loved it, and I figured, okay, let me get into it. Because I'm not the kind of person that I can get into anything. It just has to be good. Like, the first season of anything I watch has to draw me back in as a viewer. And I feel like season 1 for Big Mouth absolutely did that. I love season 1 for Big Mouth. And just to let you guys know, I will be ranking the seasons from worst to best, so please be looking out for that as well. Like I said, all new content coming out. The first season for Big Mouth was fucking brilliant. I loved everything about the first season. Season 8, however, it just felt like a regular ass season. I don't know if they were rushed or whatever it might be, but I feel like this season delivered nothing for me. Like, is it sad to see this show go? Yes, especially now since I'm becoming a fan of it. It definitely is sad to know that I will never see those characters again return. But I feel like season 8 didn't treat these characters as special and such. So, I feel like, and I think I said this when I made a review or whatever, but I said that once I got to season 6 for Big Mouth, I definitely felt like the show was going on for way too long. But I feel like season 7 showed more of their high school experience than season 8 did. Because y'all gotta think, in season 7, they were going to high school parties, they were doing games, all types of shit. The only episode of season 8 that I liked was episode, let me make sure, let me put on my Netflix app. The only episode in season 8 that I liked was episode 4, Lola Stumpy's License to Drive. when her and Jay wanted to be friends with benefits, and she got her what the fuck do they call it? I think it's called a permit or some shit like that, where you can drive, but it has to be the adult in the car with you present. I like that episode. I thought it was fucking hilarious, and I felt like it's been a long ass time in this season, especially to see the whole gang together. That's probably one of the things I did not like about the season, that I did not like that everybody was like split it up. Like, I just didn't like it. Like, I know they were probably trying to tell everyone's individual storylines, but the individual storylines they did tell in the season, none of them were interesting. Jesse, they just copy and paste Jesse's storyline from seasons 1 to 2 that we done already saw, with her suffering with anxiety and depression and all that stuff. They made Jesse really annoying in this season. I mean, you know what? I was actually rewatching Big Mouth. I was actually on season 3, and I realized something. Jesse to me was okay to seasons 1 through 4. 5 and all that other shit, she became really annoying to me. Like, she sometimes can just be doing a little too much. And I understand Jesse be going through some shit, but sometimes she could be really fucking extra, like really, really annoying. So I did find her to be annoying in this season because her whole character was just a fucking pothead. And if she wasn't smoking weed and all she cared about was Camden, I did not care for that relationship at all. As much as the other friends said they care, I don't give a fuck about Jesse being with Camden. There's not no one on this show I wanted Jesse to be with. The only person I would have been okay with her being with was Jay, but I guess I don't even know if I would call that a relationship, because it didn't feel like a relationship. It felt like she needed a distraction from things that were going on at home, so she kind of like used Jay as a distraction. And like I said, nobody ever talks about how everybody in that firm do date each other. The only people who did not date each other is Andrew and Jesse, but everybody else have dated. Like, Misty then went out with Andrew, Nick went out with Jesse, Jay went out with Jesse, like, Andrew went out with Lola. The fuck, Lola ends up dating Jay. Like, nobody ever talks about that. Like, it's kind of crazy, but whatever. I feel like Jesse's character in season 8 was kind of boring. Like, they gave her a lot of fucking material, like a lot. Like I said, once I reached season 6 for Big Mouth, I definitely feel like the show is going on for too long. Season 6 is a horrible season. There's nothing about season 6 I like. You will never hear me say anything good about that season, because I absolutely despise it. Absolutely despise it. And I feel like season 7 could have been the last season for Big Mouth to me, because I don't remember what the last episode is, clearly, because it's been months since I watched the show. Maybe I'll have to see again when because I'm currently rewatching it at the moment. I'll probably have to see what the last episode of season 7 was, because I know for a fact, me in my personal opinion, I would have been okay with season 7 being the last season for the show, because like I just said, I feel like that season showed more of their high school experience than season 8 did. What the fuck is the parties? Where's the shenanigans? Where's them getting into shit? Where is it? Like, why didn't we get to see their high school experience? Instead, it just felt like you were watching an earlier season all over again. Like, season 8 felt like a normal ass season for Big Mouth. Nothing about it felt like it was the last season. Nothing felt like it was the last season. Like, in season 7, they was going to parties. Lola threw a party. Like, there was so much going on. And, Matthew and all of them, you know what? I actually like Matthew. I think his whole arc in season 4, with him finally coming out to his mom and everything like that, I really enjoyed that arc a lot. But I feel like in season 7, I thought with Matthew, Lola, Jay, oh my god, what they done to Jay's character, I would never forgive. This season, he was literally put in a fucking background. Like, he was in the background. What main plot did Jay have at all in this season? I will motherfucking wait. What main plot did he have? Did he ever have an episode that was just wrapped around him? No, he did. Like, they pushed him to the background. Him, Lola, Caleb. Caleb was a character I would have loved to see more from, since they gave him that episode in season 7, showing more about his Asperger's. Like, why didn't he get anything? They pushed him to the background. Missy, and I know y'all about to just be like, oh my god, what? Missy is a character I generally stopped giving a fuck about when she got her new look. When she would start wearing the jeans and start wearing that yellow t-shirt, I stopped caring about Missy. Because I think they wrote her whole new look storyline in a way I did not like. And I think I've already expressed that. I think they should have did something different than just giving her a new pair of clothes. They should have changed her attitude. Nothing about Missy's attitude felt different. She just changed her appearance. That's it. And I just feel like Missy is just a character I stopped giving a fuck about, like, early on in the show. I really want to say I stopped caring about Missy maybe season 4 or 5-ish. Season 4 or 5-ish, I think I stopped caring about Missy. And then season 6, they gave her the whole storyline with, I don't even know what that nigga name is, about him being asexual or whatever, lying about being asexual. That whole storyline took up so much fucking screen time in season 6. It is fucking ridiculous. And you damn near can say the same thing about season 8 as well, with her whole storyline with this guy. I don't even know what the fuck his name is. That took up a lot of time too. I do not care. I like Missy's relationship with her hormone monster. I think her hormone monster fits her perfectly. But Missy as a character, I feel like she shouldn't have gotten so much screen time in this season. No. Characters like Jay, they deserved more. Even Andrew. And I'm someone who likes to say Andrew became a character who they just written as a creep. Like, literally after the first 2 seasons, Andrew became a big ass creepo. Like, fucking doing shit with his cousins. And, man, Andrew became a fucking creep. And when I was on TikTok, they said that Andrew came out to Missy being pansexual or whatever. I did not see that at all in the show, so I would like them to tell me where they see that. Where they hear him saying he was pan. I don't remember Andrew at all telling Missy he was pansexual. I wish they would have done something with Andrew's character in this season. Anything would have been perfect. Anything. Just a little bit of anything would have been great. They gave his character nothing. He was in the background too. And it was stupid. Like, I feel like I missed the group. Like, I missed the group interactions. Like, y'all know how the earlier seasons, they feel like a motherfucking group, like a friend group, doing everything with each other and just always around each other. It did not give that at all. First of all, Nick and Missy, I don't even know why the fuck Nick was at a different school. I don't even know why Missy was being homeschooled. There should have been no reason why they were not at the same schools together, period. Nick off top should have been at that high school. There should have been no reason why he was at a different school. I don't even remember why he was at a different school. I think in season 6 or whatever, season 7, his parents transferred him to that private school for whatever fucking reason I cannot remember. And I did enjoy his storyline. I think in season 7 or 6 where he had that thing with that girl or something like that. I thought that was interesting, but other than that, I don't know. Like, Nick's character to me, I fuck with Nick. Well, I don't know. That's a big word. I don't know. I would say this. I fucked with Nick from seasons 1 through 5. 6, 7, and 8, they made this nigga the biggest asshole in the show. Period. There is no one they made more of a bigger. Nick was just, Nick was a horrible friend. He was just scum. Like, Nick from seasons 1 through, Nick through seasons 1 through 4, no, Nick through seasons 1 through 3 was such a sweet kid. Such a sweet kid. But 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, oh, they made this nigga the scum of earth. It's like this nigga was like a different person. Like, y'all remember how in season 4 he tried to like get on Jesse's ass because she was vaping because she was with that nigga, and he was all mad and shit because he had to this for her. It's like, whoa, you don't just come here and get on her ass for vaping and then try to slut shame her because she's talking about having sex with her boyfriend. Nigga, have you lost your mind? Like, I feel like Nick was a bad friend. Like, y'all remember that storyline? And season 3, I believe, 3 or 2, where he was jealous that Jay moved into the house because Jay's parents completely abandoned him during spring break, and the mom just thought, you know, Nick's mom just thought it would be better if Jay stayed with them instead of just being at home all by himself. Y'all remember how he was getting mad because he felt like Jay was taking his mother away from him, and they was there. Yeah, this is season 2. And shit like that. It's like, yo, no, this is season 3 because that's when they went to Florida. I'm wrong. Because season 2, Jay had the whole storyline with Jesse. Season 1, I remember. Season 1, I remember when Nick said he wanted his mom to stop babying him. Like, Nick had some asshole moments. He wanted his mama to stop babying him so he didn't want, like, he didn't want her hugging him no more or nothing like that. But then, at bar mitzvah, when he saw his mom and Jay dancing, he got jealous and whatnot. And, he needs to appreciate his mother more. Because Jay doesn't have any parents. So that's probably why he leaned heavy on Nick's parents. Because they treat him like they treat him like he's his kid. But season 3 is the storyline I'm talking about where Nick was the asshole. Where he was like a really bad friend to Jay. He was a shitty friend to Jay. Like, getting mad that he moved in, getting mad because he spent so much time with his mom and his dad. He got mad because he was going to Duke for advice, talking about, oh, Duke is my friend, you need to find your other friends. It's like Nick really had some asshole moments, but I feel like seasons 1 through 3, he was cool. He wasn't big. He wasn't as a jerk as he was once we got to season 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Like, season 8, he was just a fucking scum. Like, this nigga got taller, reached puberty, and all of a sudden he talking about, fuck you, mama, you don't tell me what to do, fuck you, bitch, nah. He made a... I feel like the whole storyline with him and Devin, that should have been written differently. Because now that I look at it, like, when I was watching this shit, it's dumb. Like, why... Okay, I'm trying to understand this. Why not do something where, I don't know, why not do something, because Devin was coming on to Nick, right? Nick didn't want to do anything with Devin because he's never done anything sexually, right? And when he told Devin that, she made fun of him, correct? Okay, yes she did. So I feel like when he started watching, I guess you could say, porn more, and starting to see, like, how it's done and becoming, like, more experienced by looking on the app, I feel like if you were going to do a rumor around Devin and Nick, it should have been something where they did something sexually. Not make a rumor about, oh, how in the moment of them making out, he called her a goddamn cum guzzler. Like, I would not be going around school telling my homegirls, like, yeah, he called me that when we was making out. It's like, girl, what about if y'all would have, her and Nick would have had sex, or he would have went down on her or something like that, and she didn't have an orgasm or anything like that. Now, that would have been something that would have been worthy of a rumor, because she could tell her homegirls, and then the whole school is picking on him about it, and then, he could turn around and say, oh, no, it was the other way around, da-da-da-da. That would have been a good episode had they did something like that, but instead it's like, okay, so in the heat of her and Nick making out, he called her a cum guzzler, and she thought it was weird. So it's like, why is this worthy of an episode? Why is this worthy of anything? I just didn't feel, I just feel like this shit was stupid. Only thing that it showed is that girls, even if they do something with their relationships with their boyfriends or whoever they're talking to, if it come out that they did something sexually, they're automatically slut shamed, they're automatically slut shamed while the guy gets away with it. Because it kind of reminds me of the whole episode with Nick and Gina in season 2, where, him and Gina were like in a relationship, or they were talking or whatnot, and, they were making out, and she let him, she said, you can touch my boobs and shit since, we there, why not? And he went and told everyone, told Jesse, told Andrew, told Jay. None of them said anything. Jesse said something to Devin, and Devin said something to Lola, and they went around and called Gina a slut. But Gina got slut shamed while Nick got praised because he's a guy, and this is what niggas do, right? It just reminded me of that, but it's like it wasn't like as impactful, because with the whole Nick and Gina storyline, it made sense, because it's like, oh yeah, Nick was being a fucking douche because she told you something in private, and then your ass went ahead and said something to everyone. That's like, no. You and her did something in the private of her home, and then you went and told your homeboys and your homegirl, and now everybody's calling me a slut, but nobody's on your ass for saying anything, right? But with the whole Nick and Devin storyline, it's just dumb to me. Like, it's stupid. And then they had the nerve to give her a whole episode. It's like, Devin is a character that you don't even know is on the show unless she speaks or she enters a room. Literally, she is just like the mean girl in Bridgeton High. She's mainly Lola's best friend, but it's like you don't know she's on the show unless she speaks for real, for real. So I don't know why on earth they gave her a season 8 episode. I thought that was really fucking ridiculous. You're giving a fucking background character, a side character at that, a whole episode, while characters like Jay and Andrew and Caleb and Matthew get nothing, and she gets something. I mean, yeah, Matthew had 2 plots in this season. You know, him not being like asexual, you know, like not doing a lot when it comes to the whole sexual thing. Like, you know, like in the very first episode, you know, he felt insecure and like self-conscious that he hasn't never, like that he never received a blowjob or that he never gave one. So it's like when it comes to him being gay, that he's lacking certain areas. Or when the guy asks him if he is top or bottom, which is, if y'all don't know what that means, then y'all need to go look it up. But I'm someone who knows what it means. So yeah, when he was like, you know, talking to Lola and asking her like, what does that mean specifically? And you know, they went into the whole gay porn world, and you know, the guy in the gay porn world told Matthew that it doesn't really matter what you are. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you're a top or basically this. It doesn't matter if you're the giver or the receiver. I'ma just say it like that, because if you're a top or bottom, people who will probably listen to this probably don't even know what that means when it comes to gay people. Probably some of y'all will, but probably not. But I'ma just say it as this. Matthew didn't know whether he was the giver or the receiver, and he really wasn't like the talk dirty type, like not the freaky type, you know. So Matthew did have some good plots, but then again, for the most part, the plot that I wanted him to have, he didn't have. You feel me? I'm trying to think if there's something else in the season I really want to get off my motherfucking chest before I get to the biggest thing that fucking pissed me off in this season. Jay not having any fucking plots, that made me very, very angry. I feel like Nick, I mean, yeah, he finally grew puberty, but he finally got taller, I guess. Nick got taller, but nothing about him changed, honestly. Just his height changed, but him being a scum bucket was still the same. I feel like Andrew should have got more plots this season, because I feel like I actually liked Andrew this season. Like, I feel like he was a good friend to Missy, he was a good friend to Nick, good friend to Jesse, Jay, everything. I do feel like they should have put Andrew and Missy as a couple to me. I don't think they should have put Missy with the other guy, because I feel like her and the other dude didn't really have the most chemistry. And I feel like had they actually slow burned Missy and Andrew and build them up again, they would have been cute, and probably they would have been more mature to handle their relationship in this season that they weren't able to do in season 1. Because their relationship in season 1 is so like quick. Like, they liked each other, they got together, then they broke up once he told her that he loved her. So I can understand why Andrew became a creep, because when he was his lovey-dovey self and was that sweet guy, it got him hurt. But I feel like they should put him and Missy back together, or if not, give him a proper fucking love interest. Because yes, he was with that one girl in season 5, but it was long distance and she cheated on him. So it's like, I feel like if Andrew would have had a proper love interest on the show, that would have been great for his character. Same thing for Nick. Nick didn't have a proper love interest at all on the show. Him and Jesse never clicked to me. Even watching them in season 1 when they were trying to be a couple, it just felt very cringe and awkward. I feel like him and Gina could have worked, because I did sense chemistry with them, a vibe when they was building them up. In season 2, like doing the whole thing that she has a boyfriend but he likes her anyway. I feel like had Nick not done what he did in season 2, you know, telling everybody that he touched Gina's boobs, they would have been a cute ass couple, for real. But you know what? Nick wanted to be an asshole, so he went around and told their fucking business. Well, honestly, it should have been a fucking private moment. Because I liked the storyline with him and Gina a lot, and I feel like they fucked it up by making him say something. They should have never have done that, in my opinion. I feel like Misty got way too many plots this season. Jesse too. I feel like all the plots that Jesse had this season, it felt like it was just being copy and paste, honestly. Only thing they did different with her character is that she was a goddamn pothead, that she just liked smoking weed, and I just feel like, okay, ain't nothing wrong with that, she likes smoking weed, but other than that, I really don't care for Jesse's character. Like, not, in season 8, I didn't care for it. Like, if there's a plot with Jesse I wish they would have done, I wish they would have explored more on what the fuck she felt between, when it came to her and Allie. I think that's her name. The girl that came in season 5, I believe. The girl with the glasses. Well, no, she didn't come in season 5. She came in at the end of season 3, I believe, when they was doing the whole ranking thing. She was in season 3, but you don't really get to see her again until season 5. I wish they would have done something with her and Jesse, like, as far as it was romantically, because, you know, that's the season when they had the whole love bugs and hate worms thing. So you know, Jessie did mention that she, like, you know, felt something towards Allie, but I always wondered, what the fuck was it? Was it something romantically? Is Jessie bisexual? Like, there could have been something they could have done. You feel me? That is why I really, and this is why it pissed me off that Jay character moved to the background, because when he kissed Matthew at the end of season 2, his whole, like, exploring who he is as a kid, like what his sexuality preferences is, like is he straight or is he bisexual? It's probably one of my favorite storylines with Jay, because I actually like that they explored that in season 3, and then when he finally came out and said that he is bisexual, it was a double standard, like saying, oh no, you're not bisexual, you're just gay, you like guys, or, you know, how Andrew and Nick was saying it's kind of icky when it's a guy that's bisexual, but when a girl is hot. I actually liked that storyline with Jay. So I think that's one of the things that irritate the fuck out of me in season 8 so far. But the biggest one I want to talk about is how they tried to hype up in this season that there's going to be a fucking love triangle, a whole push and pull between Jay, Lola, and Matthew. Like, they made it seem like it was going to be a fucking love triangle between them, right? Making it seem like we're going to watch some drama. We're going to see who the fuck Jay is going to pick between Matthew or Lola. Instead, we didn't get any of that. None. And as a matter of fact, this show does not even acknowledge the fact that there still might be some feelings between Matthew or Jay. Like, nothing. Like, you would think once Matthew gave Jay a blowjob, you would think, oh, okay, maybe Matthew still might have feelings for him, or that Jay still might have feelings for him. Instead, no, it was just one and done. It was just, you know, you my friend, I could do it on you because it's not weird, and I'm not going to care what you think, and it's not going to be as judgmental. We didn't get any of that. And then Jay and Lola became friends with benefits, and then out of fuck ass nowhere, when you watch the other episodes, they're just in a fucking relationship, and it's like, what? Huh? How? Where'd that come from? Like, there was never an episode where, you know, they confess their love for each other. They're just together. Like, how in season 7, when Jay told Lola he loved her and wanted to be with her, it's like, why couldn't we have seen that in season 8? Because, again, I don't know why everybody act like, oh, they never teased Lola and Jay again. I'm like, yes, they did. They teased them in season 7. Honestly, you know, even though a lot of people didn't like that because they feel like they should have put him back with Matthew, I wanted him with Lola, honestly. Like, fuck, oh, it's toxic and all that. Yeah, it might be a little toxic, but I don't know, I feel like Jay and Lola have way more chemistry than him and Matthew. Like, Matthew and Jay were cute, but I wasn't a fan of them rushing him in another relationship after he just broke up with Lola. And, you know, like I said, Lola had every right to be pissed at Jay, because when she finally did tell him how she felt, he left her high and dry for Matthew. So you can't blame her for always having, like, ammunition or fire towards Jay. Like, when she was putting Jay down in season 8 in episode 4, I don't think she was doing it to be mean. I think it was just coming from a place of hurt. Like, no. When I really wanted you, you wanted to be with Matthew. Now you all over me. No, it don't work that way. Like, the energy you giving me now was the energy I needed when I finally expressed my feelings to you when you needed to hear them. I finally told you how I felt, and you left me high and dry for Matthew. Feel me? So I cannot blame Lola for feeling like, you know, that she's afraid to tell Jay how she feels. You feel me? And I feel like when she finally did tell Jay that she loved him and that she don't want to be insecure when it comes to his sexual past or whatever he did with Matthew, I liked that moment a lot. And today, I just wish it was more like it meant more than it just being comedy filled. But whatever. I wish they would have did a love triangle because they really made it seem like that's what they were going to do in this season. That's not what they did at all. So I'm irritated. I'm annoyed. This was the last season for Big Mouth. This was a fucking mess. A bunch of mumbo jumbo. This is just like the goddamn Twilight Zone. It wasn't some of their best work. Honestly, they could have ended the show after season 7 to me, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But yeah, as always, it's nice talking to y'all. Like I said, please be on the lookout because I'm going to be ranking the seasons and I'm going to upload those. Once I'm done with season 3 of Invincible, I'm going to get on here and talk about the show. We're going to talk about seasons 1 through 3. We're going to talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I would like to see more of. We're about to talk about it. I'm about to make my cartoon list of my favorite cartoons. I'm going to be making 2 lists. The first list is going to be of cartoons that I have already watched. And then my second list is going to be of cartoons that I have recently. My second list is going to be the cartoons that I'm watching now to see if they actually hold up. So I am excited to do that. You know, but if there is, I'm saying there might be 2, but in my head I'm thinking it might be 3. Because I'm trying to think, do I really want to do a top 10 or do I think for both lists? I think for both lists I'm going to do a top 15. So for the first and second list, we're going to do a top 15. And like I said, there's more cartoons that I've watched that I want to put down on my list. I will make a part 3 for best cartoons that I have ever watched, my favorite cartoons. So please be on the lookout for that. All cartoon content. So please be on the lookout for that. I'm so excited to watch these cartoons and get on here and give you guys my thoughts and my opinions. As always, it is nice talking to y'all. Catch you guys in my next video.